Hey everybody, we had a question this week that I wanted to take a few moments to answer. Someone contacted us because their dog was terrified of beeping noises. So if the microwave or an alarm goes off, their puppy would run and hide and start shaking and become terrified. So they wondered, how do you overcome that and not terrorize the dog even more? So I wanted to talk about that. This is really important. This is something that every dog should have. What we're going to talk about today. It's an ongoing thing. It's not something you do one time and they're done. You have to continually do this with your dog, or they're going to be afraid of certain things. So I have worked with thousands of dogs and done this with every one of them to overcome things that they were afraid of. And it also works if it's something that they're excited about. So if they really want to go see something, you can use these same steps to get them to focus on you and to ignore what's going on around them. So I'm going to give you 3 steps to do today. We're going to go through each of them. The first thing, you want to make sure that you control the environment. So don't take your puppy or your dog into a situation where something's going to come out of nowhere, or the thing that they're afraid of is going to show up or make some noise without you knowing about it. Because it might be too close, it might be too loud, it's just too much for them at that time. So you want to start by using distance. You want to stay away from the object and just make sure that it's not too much for the puppy at that time. So that's the first step, control the environment. The second is you're going to use food, praise, affection, and treats to distract the puppy and to desensitize the puppy. So basically, you want them to get to a point that it's not a big deal. So whatever it was, the beeping noise, they just don't care about it anymore. So you're going to give them some treats, you're going to play with them with the toys, and you're going to use those to distract them from and it's also not just distracting, but it's going to change their association. So if it's the beeping, if every time they beep, they get a treat, pretty soon the beeping is not a scary thing. It means, oh, the beeping, and now where's my treat? They start wagging their tail, getting really excited. So, and then number 3, you're going to gradually increase the difficulty. And you use distance. We talked about distance a little bit. So you're going to use distance, intensity, and volume to make it more and more difficult. So, for instance, you're going to start, if it's beeping, you're going to have something over there that you can control. So you're going to control the environment, have somebody have something that beeps, and you're going to have the dog maybe on the other side of the house, and you're going to start giving them food, giving them treats, playing with a toy, maybe throwing a ball, and someone's going to beep on the other side of the house. And it's going to be pretty quiet to the dog. And you want them to not pay attention to it. You want them to ignore it. And if they immediately turn their head and they're distracted by it, you're too close. You need to move away and make it so it's not as difficult. So gradually, you're just going to get closer and closer, and depending on the dog, depending on how big of a thing this is. So like if it's firecrackers, this process may take weeks or months. Beeping probably is not that big of a deal, and you'll probably work through this very quickly. Probably within a week, maybe 2 weeks of gradually increasing that intensity, you're going to be able to work through that. So in conclusion, just remember those 3 steps. So control the environment, use something positive like toys, treats, and then gradually increase the difficulty. So I would love for each of you to do that. Find something that your dog is distracted by or nervous about, and let us know how it goes. Tag us in videos and pictures of your dog overcoming these. And then if anybody else has any questions, like that was a great question, appreciate that. If anybody else has questions, let us know. We'd love to answer them. So thank you.